Hello there and welcome back to the second part of a motion layout tutorial. So in the previous video we have designed our start endpoint, and if you are not familiar with motion layout at all, I highly suggest you to watch my other video about introduction with the motion layout. Okay, so now that we have created our start endpoint, it's time for us to convert this constraint layout into a motion layout. So it's very easy, and we just need to select our constraint layout, then right click, then convert to motion layout. Okay, so just click convert, and now we're going to see on the right side here a motion layout editor, and also one resource file was automatically generated by our motion layout. So this XML file named activity main scene. And if you're not familiar with this, with those tags or those elements, I highly suggest you to watch my other video about introduction with motion layout with one basic example. So here we're going to change some values, of course, and let's switch back to our activity main. So here you can see that we have start and end point. Okay, so we have basically created our start endpoint, and now it's time for us to modify and design a new end endpoint. So inside our end endpoint, we basically need to minimize this image view down below, and we need to show our bottom navigation view as it was in its default height, of course. So we're going to start by doing that. So the first thing we need to do, we need to select our end endpoint here, then we need to select our bottom navigation view from here, and we need to modify its layout height attribute, and we're going to set it to wrap content. Okay, all right, and its alpha value should be 1. Okay, so now we can actually see that. And as you can see now inside this activity main scene, we got a new constraint right here in this constraint set end, and that is actually our bottom navigation view with new attributes. Okay, so let's get back here. So next one is our recycler view, so we need to decrease its height to 1. So I'm going to set that layout height to 1 dp. Okay, so sometimes it might happen that you receive, and you can see those two recycler views here, and you just need to go to activity main scene and delete one of those. So I'm going to delete this one because this is a duplicate actually. Okay, so let's get back here. And now I need to set its vertical bias down below. So it should be located at the bottom here. Okay. So next one we have our main container, and we should decrease its height as well. So let's decrease its height to 40 or 54 dp. Okay, so it should look something like that. And also we got a duplicate again. So if you have this, just remove one of those duplicates. Okay, all right. And here I need to constrain this main container down below with our recycler view maybe, or our bottom navigation view. And we need to set its vertical bias down below. Okay, so now it should be located right on top of our bottom navigation view. So the next thing, we need to select our main image view, and here we need to change its actual width. So for the width we can say, for example, 150 dp. Let's see how will that look like, and we can change that to 100 maybe, it's even better. Okay, so again we got this duplicate, and just go to activity main scene and remove one. We're going to remove this one. Okay, so now our image view will have 100 in dp in width, and now we need to basically show our three views from here. So we have title, play image view, and close image view. So select this close image view first and change its alpha value to 1. Okay, then we have play image view, select this alpha value and change to 1. Then this title text, change to 1. Okay, and now we can see those. Okay, and now we can select this transition arrow, and from here we can just drag here this arrow, and we can see how our transition will look like. Okay, so don't worry, we're going to fix this alpha issue. So basically now, as you can see, our bottom navigation view is appearing from the bottom as we scroll or move down this container, and all of that looks very nice. Okay, so now I need to add 3 alpha key attributes here. So select this and click key attribute. So here we're going to select first our close image view. For the position I'm going to specify here, let's say maybe 90, and for the alpha, and for the attribute here, select alpha. Okay, so here select this alpha attribute and put its alpha to 1. Okay, so I forgot, we need to set this alpha value to 0 and not to 1, so set it to 0. And now as you can see, when we scroll or move that down, you will see that our close image view will be shown only when it reaches this 90 position, frame position. So as you can see, it starts to gain its visibility only from our frame position of 90. Okay, so we need to do the same thing for our two views here. So this play image view. So let's add a new key attribute. So alpha value, play image view, position, let's say 90 as well. Click add. Okay, so select this one and change its value. Okay, it's already 0, and here it's already 0. That's fine. So now as you can see, those two images will be visible only when they reach a certain point here. Okay, so let me just check it out again. Let me check this activity scene. Okay, so you can see here that it says 0.5, so we need to set that to 0. And you can see that this activity main scene gets automatically generated that XML code from our motion layout editor. And now we can see that those two image views will display only at the bottom. And we need to do the same thing for our text view here. So let's create another key attribute here. Select title text view, position 90 and alpha. Okay, click add. So now select this one and let's check this activity main scene. So here we need to change that to 0 as well. Okay, so sometimes you might not see the actual value here. Here it was 0, but inside our activity main it was 0.5. So you need to check that again and see if there was a problem. And now let's see how will that work. So as you can see, those three views will appear only when they reach this frame position of 90. Okay, so we can increase that position even more. So now let's select our title here and we can change its frame position to 95. So for example, it will gain visibility only when it reaches this 95 frame position, so it will not overlap with our image view right there. Okay, so that's perfect. So now we have created our start and end point, and it looks fine for now. So it's kind of similar to our YouTube motion animation. And there is one more thing which we need to add, and that is a swipe handler. So click this little icon here and select a swipe handler. So here for the transition, just choose this default start end. For the drag direction, we're going to choose a drag down. For the anchor point, we're going to choose a bottom, and for the anchor ID, we can select our main container here. Okay, so click add, and now we can run that into our Android emulator and see if everything works fine. Okay, so let's try and drag that on the bottom, and as you can see, our bottom navigation view is appearing from the bottom, and now we will see our three views here, so two image views and one text view. Okay, so it looks amazing. And now we can try and increase this text length. So let's try and modify that text length. So inside here, I'm going to open up and I'm going to write here some random characters. So just like that. Okay. And let's open our app and let's see how will that look now. So let's swipe that down. And as you can see, we can see only those three dots, because we have specified this max lines to 1 and ellipse size to end. So those three dots will be shown at the end of our text view. And basically this looks now something similar to our YouTube motion animation. And of course you can add one more text view down below and you can increase this container size a little bit more. That's on you, but now you can see how YouTube made that motion animation. So it looks very nice. And of course, instead of this image view, you can add just some video and so on. And some more views, of course, but overall it looks very nice and smooth. So that will be all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you find it helpful, of course, and see you in the next one.